Hey guys, welcome to Just Friends Uncut Podcast. I'm Sam.
I'm Nikki.
And welcome to
episode 30.
30.
Dirty 30. Woo! This is our Dirty 30 episode.
You can put it down because it's probably going to sound all loud.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm just kidding.
It's good. These ones were good, so it gets really loud. Welcome back, guys. We are here.
Back.
Episode 30.
Episode 30 on a Wednesday.
Day before Turkey Day.
I
The
like
Turks.
it.
Oh, let me see your nails.
Ooh. First of all,
These are
let
cute.
me just tell you
them.
something.
I
Okay,
love
the color is like really
Crimson.
driving me crazy.
I like it.
But not only that, I wanted it, but this is what I get because as opinionated as I am, what I just hate, I hate awkward moments, and I like don't speak up for myself with my nail lady, and I don't know why, but she's sweet. She's not like mean or anything. But I wanted smaller stones. Like this to me, like just I don't know. It's just como like no me gusta. So
I think it looks really pretty.
I'm gonna keep them because, honey, they're $90.
Yeah, no shit.
So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and keep the nails, and then once I get then after this, I'll get my Christmas set, obviously. But
where'd you go for those?
I go to the shop, and I don't want to say it because I don't want to I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I go to 3D Nail. I still go to 3D Nail. Where we used to go. Remember?
Gatekeeper. Yeah, I used to go there too. That's when I was like on my nail journey. Yeah. And now, I haven't had nails since your birthday.
That's a crime. I can't go that long.
Well, my friend sent me some, and I'm going to put those on. I'm going to put those on probably this weekend.
You're going to put press-ons?
Yeah, they're press-ons. They're like custom press-ons. Let me just say something about the nail girl that did my press-ons. She is a celebrity artist. I can't say what celebrities she works with because that's illegal. But she is a celebrity artist. I don't think it's illegal, but she probably wouldn't want me to say that. But anyways, yeah, she does like some big names. And so,
all right, well, shout out, girl.
Yeah.
If you want to send us some merch.
She sent me fucking 2 sets of nails. I got some red ones that I want to wear.
I'm just saying because we're plugging it,
Yeah.
Like,
well, I'm not plugging her because I'm not saying who she is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, girl.
I'm just shouting her out because I love her.
Shout out to you. And I don't know. To me, it's like I just can't do press-ons because the reason why, let me tell you, not because I'm like, oh my God, they're press-ons. I really like the thickness of the acrylic.
No, I do too, but just for like a couple days for like a cute look.
It doesn't drive you crazy. Like to me, I hate when I scratch my head with like press-ons or gel X and I can hear like I don't know how to explain it. It gives me the itch.
I don't wear them that much.
Like
I did gel X a couple times and then with the press-ons that she sent me, I'm gonna try them on probably like maybe tomorrow. I just need some glue. I don't have any glue. That's the only thing.
Okay, well, let me tell you something. When God calls me home, if it's before you,
please stop. I don't know
what's gonna happen. I'm just saying, make sure.
Just let's not talk about this. You know what's so crazy is that, okay, so if you guys are from the area, not to get all morbid, I'm not trying to talk about scary shit. It's not tonight. But it's not scary, but it's kind of sad. So if you guys are from the area, we're from Rialto, like Fontana area. So in Fontana, next to the Chuck E. Cheese, I want to say like maybe 13, 14 years ago, someone that like my friend, like Marcy's cousin, Tino, their sister, I think, mutually knew this woman. Her name was, I don't know what her name was, but she worked at the shop called Mimi's.
Okay.
And a salon. And her husband came in there.
And killed her.
And he macheted her.
Yes.
And they moved it.
That.
That's where we had Zach's party at Chuck E. Cheese. Not there, but it was right next door. But they moved it to the other side, and I wouldn't want to be in that fucking salon anymore either. Like, fuck, my friend got murdered in here. Anyways, so when one of my best friends passed away, a long time ago, we went to the mortuary, and they had asked me to do the makeup.
Yeah,
and I was like. Like I said,
I don't remember. Did you do it? Or
no, I did not do it because I chickened out. I got really scared. Yeah. I was going through a lot at that time, and we all were, And so I was like, I can't. And so, anyways, instead of me doing the makeup, I gave them my makeup, like specific makeup that I knew she liked because I used to do her makeup, so I knew what she wanted to wear. And so I gave it to them. But I remember after the services, we were kind of me and the other my other friends were just kind of like hanging around. We were just like fucking a mess. And we were talking to the mortuary owner. I'll shout out to the Fontana Mortuary. I think that's what it's called, Fontana Mortuary. She was nice. And so we were talking to her, and I told her, I was like, I really want to do the makeup, but like I just couldn't do it. She goes, it's okay, honey. And she's like, the young lady that got killed over there in that salon, she was like her best friends all came and they all like did her makeup and like all this stuff. She was just like telling me that they had like a very specific like look for her and stuff. And I was like, wow, that's like wild.
That to me, like you have to be a very like strong person
Yeah.
for that. Not
Well,
that
I've
you're
done
not,
it.
not that you're not,
But not on my own friend.
But yeah, I just feel like it's different because, but even when it is your friend, that's like you have to be very like mentally like strong because I couldn't do that. I'd be
I
like,
did
no,
makeup
I
on
can't.
2 deceased people.
Yeah, I remember. I don't think I could do that either.
Well, for me, I actually before I got pregnant with Angelo, which was literally like right around the time that Vicky passed away, I got pregnant with Angelo like the day after her funeral. So literally right around that time, I was gonna go to mortuary school. That was like my whole. I wanted to do that, and so I didn't end up doing it, but it just obviously I'm a makeup artist, so like it just so happened a girl from high school that I knew in about 2018 passed away. I might have talked about this on the podcast before, but she passed away, and then her sister followed me, and she was like, "I know this is a lot to ask, and I know like you could say no and this and that." She's like, "But I just really want like my sister to look pretty, and you're a real makeup artist." Because like not to like knock anybody that works at mortuaries and stuff, but like some of them are not. They're not makeup artists. They like, just own a mortuary.
Yeah,
and which I'll tell you in a second, like the story. And so they had asked me to do it, and of course, you know me, I'm not going to say no. And I already wanted to know how to do that. I don't want to. For me, at this point now, I'm like, if I were to work in that department, maybe I will someday in my life. I don't know. I don't want to do like embalming and stuff. I would rather just do the makeup. Yeah. I would just rather do the facial, the makeup. And so, anyways, I ended up saying yes, and I did know this girl. We weren't close, but I did know her from high school. And so I remember going to the mortuary, and the guy that walked me in, he was like, it was like a big mortuary, this one. I did it twice, so I'll explain the other story in a second. And he was like, he was nice. He was like, "Have you ever done this before?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "I've never done this before." And he said, Are you going to be okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, like I'll be okay." And like, I didn't know what the fuck to expect. Like, bitch, I didn't know. I never had done that. Yeah. I've done makeup thousands of times on living people, but never on somebody that's passed away. And I remember he just like walked me and he said, "Well, I'm just gonna like tell you, like was in a car wreck." And I was like, okay. And I don't know, like I think maybe because I am kind of like so spiritual that like when I got there, like, yes, it was a bit jarring and a little bit like, oh shit, like this is not a living person. No. And then you feel like sad and then you feel like, oh my God. But I'm very much the type of person that like my mission was she needs to look good for her family. She needs to look presentable for the family. And I honestly, like, I just winged it. Like, I didn't know that the discoloration, I didn't know anything was going to be like that. And I was like, oh my God, like, this is like a whole color correction. Like, because their skin is not our color anymore. It's like gray. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit, like this, not like in that way, not in a disrespectful way whatsoever, but it was more so like on an artist way. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this thing. But like the whole time it was almost like, again, I'm very spiritual. So like to me, I started to see it as like, this isn't even her, like she's not here. This is just her vessel. Like, let me just make her vessel look nice. And I just like thugged it out and I just did it. And it looked, I remember the sister hit me up and she was like, she looks so good. Thank you so much. And then fast forward a year later, there was this little girl, rest in peace to both of them. The girl that I did the first time, her name was Allie. And then Giselle is the little girl that I did. She was 12. And that was like, I was already like a mom and like, I was a mom when I did the first one too, but like, and I remember I followed her mom the whole time that she was in her journey of she had cancer. And it was really fucking sad. And I remember the mom posted that she really wanted like a professional, like female makeup artist to do the makeup. And I had already done that. So I was like, I'll do it. Like, I'll do it. And I didn't charge anybody. This wasn't a charging thing. This was just like a donation. And so I didn't charge the first girl either. So I hit her up and I said, I just want to let you know I've done this before. I was like, so like if you want to take a look at my work, and I said I wouldn't charge you. Like I have experience doing this, just at least once. And she was just like, yeah, like, please, and like, we actually never met in person, but we just talked. And then she sent me to the place, the mortuary. And when I got to that mortuary, it was like a small, like, owned mortuary. And it was like this guy. And dude, he was a jerk. Like, he literally,
Oh shit, sorry. It's my mom.
that's okay. He literally, like, I know that it's his mortuary.
Yeah.
So I think basically he would do makeup on them. And I think that the mom was like, I want my daughter to look like a princess. She told me, she's like, I want her to look like a princess. Like, I want her to look like what she would have wanted. She's 12, so I'm sure she was super into like makeup and cute things. And I was like, I got it. And then I told him, like, she wants her to look like a princess. And he literally like looked at me and he was like, she told me she wants light beauty makeup. And I said, okay. I was like, well, I know what I'm going to do. So that's fine. This motherfucker stood in the motherfucking room the entire time. And he hovered over me while I did it. I don't even know how I like mentally got through that. Not only am I right here with a child and it's sad, and I'm like, fuck, like this is really sad. But this motherfucker is, I'm not kidding when I say he was like this is me doing the makeup, like she's laying down. This is me, and this is him. Like that bitch. I was like, are you fucking? And I remember because my ex went with me, and he was in the room, and he was just like, I kept looking at him, and I was like, oh my God, I was like, this motherfucker. And so then when I was done with her, he was like, this doesn't look like light beauty makeup. And I was like, well, the mom told me what she wanted. The mom hit me up after. It was beautiful. It was exactly what my daughter would have wanted. She looked like a fairy princess. And I was like, that's what I was going for. But anyways, that motherfucker put the pressure on me. I was like, get the fuck out of my face. And he asked me too, he's like, do you do this? Like, is this, And I was like, I've done it. I'm a makeup artist, bitch. But that whole like thing that like it's been years. That was like before Zach was born, the last time I did it.
Yeah.
But those experiences I'm very grateful for because it was definitely like I felt honored. Like I didn't even want to charge for it.
Yeah, like I wish I would have done a little bit more research when my grandma passed because bitch, I didn't even think about that, to be honest with you, because like my mom and I went to go pick her last outfit and that alone I was just like this is like, it's so weird to be picking out a last outfit for someone. But anyways, but yeah, like when we went up to see her, like, I mean, she was a natural beauty. Like she did not ever wear makeup. Like she didn't wear foundation. She never dyed her hair. Like, like when we would go out, my mom would put a little blush on her, like, but nothing. So like they did her eyebrows super dark. Like my cousin had to like literally she was like my cousin was pissed. She was like, what the fuck? Yeah. And then my Nina was like, what are you doing? She was like, I'm taking her, like, she doesn't need that. Like, because honestly, like my grandma still had like a good set of brows. So she really they didn't need to like, I don't know. Yeah. So I think it is important. I think that's something like now I realize like it needs, like you need to like,
I think it's important. Like, and being like a professional makeup artist that knows how like a woman would want to look. For sure. And that's why the mom hit me up because she was like, well, she, requested someone to do it because it was like a dude that doesn't do makeup. Yeah. He just owns a mortuary. Like, you can't just slap on some fucking foundation and you're good to go. Yeah. Like, I know this sounds like people are listening are probably like, geez, like this is, but it's like, this is a fucking part of the journey. Like, that's, like the family's not going to want to walk up and be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, they're going to want to see what they would have looked like and wanted.
Like what they would have preferred at the end of the day.
Yeah. So, yeah, I felt very honored to do that. And would I do it again? For sure. Like, if anyone ever needed it, like, that's, like, something that, I mean, I definitely don't want to have to do that. But, like, if anyone ever needs it, if you're listening and you need that, I got you. And it's free of charge. I don't charge for that. I just go do it. And I remember, like, my ex at the time, he was just like, are you gonna like mentally be okay with this? Like with the little girl,
Oh yeah.
I forgot who else told me that too. They're like, are you gonna be okay? And I was like, I'll be all right. And they're like, and I low key when I first walked in, I almost had a panic attack. I was like, oh my God. But then like again, I'm really spiritual, so I just kind of put it in my head. I said, she is free, she is not here, like she is with her mom, and this is just a vessel. And so that's kind of how I got through it. So, but I'm very grateful to those families that allowed me to do that for them. And I really do hope that, that it helped in some way, any way that it could.
Yeah.
But I don't know, how the fuck did we get on this topic?
Oh, because I said about my nails.
Jesus.
This always happens. This is like, if you guys want to know what it's like, this is what it's like.
It's ADHD conversation.
Like, we go from this to that to here to there all the time.
But I think that's like normal. Like, I feel like that's where I talk
it,
about my whole life. It's just we don't know where we're going in the conversation. Anywho,
I just want to say cheers.
Cheers.
To how the fuck?
Happy turkey. What?
Benji's hair get in here.
Oh my gosh.
Cheers to episode 30.
30 and Turkey Day. Mañana.
But we don't celebrate like
not the real. No, bitch. It's literally gratitude.
I'm just letting them know. Like,
no, I don't.
Where we celebrate family, gratitude,
every day,
family, every day.
And then
but just a little extra today.
Yeah, we just chill. We don't celebrate no damn pilgrim motherfucking bitch ass.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
Genocide. No.
Okay, anyways.
But so we are trying our best, like we told you guys before, we're trying our best to get back on track with all the episodes. We were last week we couldn't, but this week we're back. And so we're gonna be here hopefully weekly unless something comes up. So thank you guys so much for the likes, subscribes, shares,
and follows.
Subscribe to our YouTube
channel,
and then also follow us on the IGs
at Just Friends Uncut Podcast.
Yeah.
So give us a follow, give us a jingle.
Yep.
And
do it.
Yeah. I do want to say that we are gonna have a male guest.
We're gonna have multiple.
We're gonna have multiple.
I'm gonna take over
male guests.
Yes.
The first male, he's a straight man.
Nasty man. I'm just kidding.
He's a nasty. No, I'm just kidding. But we found someone that is willing to,
to not be at dinner.
Yeah, to not be at dinner, and to actually conversate and talk and be a little bit unhinged with us, right? A little bit of a chin wag.
Oh my god. We need people to send him questions.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. You didn't let me finish. But anyways, like I was trying to say, guys. To all my ladies out there, he is a straight male. So if you have any questions that you would like to
tough questions for a guy.
Yeah, like tough questions for a guy. Maybe like, what would you prefer a woman do to you? Type of like questions, right?
What type of woman do you like?
What type of woman?
How do you know you're in love?
Yes. How do you know he's in love with you? If you're going through a little rough patch in your relationship and you want a male's perspective, ask that question.
And the male that we're talking about is he's like an attractive guy. So you guys are not gonna, you guys haven't seen him yet, but he's handsome.
He's handsome.
He was definitely a bit of a ladies' man in the high school days.
He definitely was a ladies' man. Probably still is.
Probably.
But yeah.
And a business owner.
And he's a business owner, so you know what that means. He got a little bit of money.
Is he single?
Yes, he is single. He did tell me he was not in a relationship. So
we don't know if he's looking, but we're just saying, guys.
Yeah, but I mean, just in case, might find love on the podcast.
We might do a love connection about it.
Oh my god. And then the other two males.
Yay! Okay, so we're gonna have some other two guys are gonna be here, and they are a gay couple.
Yes.
Who one of them I've been friends with for years, like probably like 13, 14 years. And then his boyfriend, who I also love, they're going to be on the podcast. They're fucking hilarious. They're super chill. And they're going to be on the podcast within the next couple of weeks. We're going to get them on.
Yeah. So, I mean, also, you guys, if you guys want to ask them questions, that would be a lot of fun. If you guys are someone who is in the LGBTQ and don't know how to come out, which is weird because I don't feel like people should have to come out. You know what I mean? But
No,
I
but
think
they
that
do,
yeah. So if you guys have questions and like of that nature to ask of them, I think that would be really super cool. You know,
and then how they met. I just think they're a really cute couple. Like they're very. Like they'll be on so they could tell their stories. But like my friend, the one that's my friend that I've known for a long time, like he was single for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, and then he found love. He found love in a hopeless place. He found love on the internet, and we're gonna talk about it when they get here.
We're gonna talk about it.
Yep,
the internet because we are on the tubes, and you have to kind of be on the internet to watch that. So.
Speaking of our guest,
which one?
The first one,
okay,
the straight one.
Yes.
I ran into guess who the fuck okay, I'm saying speaking of our guest because people used to say they looked like back in the day. Mario Lopez, bitch. People used to say he looked like Mario Lopez. You never heard that? Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Resemblance at all.
Back in the day. Ask him if
it's because he was a football player. That's the only reason they're saying that. But not because they're two completely different colors, first of all.
I don't even notice the colors. I have no idea what you're talking
Mario Lopez is darker.
He's not dark at all.
He's darker than the
I saw him in person.
Okay.
Listen to this. Okay, so I'm at a cheer competition on Saturday.
You just jumped the topic.
Well, that's what the fuck that's what we're supposed to do.
About Mario Lopez.
Okay, so I'm sitting down, right? And we're in like bleachers because we're watching a cheer competition. And I see somebody walking up like to my left, okay? No, I'm sorry, to my right. And like out of my peripherals, I could tell it's a man. I could tell he looked like he was like handsome, like the way he was dressed. Like I was like, oh, he's cute. Like I could tell. But I didn't look at his face like that.
Yeah.
I just saw like his body and his aura. Like I could just tell. And his aura, the glow, and the glow.
From the moment I saw him, and he was glistening like Edward in the light.
I saw the glow coming from his pants. So he's walking up, and I'm like, oh, like I don't know, you know. But I had an open space, and it was crowded. I had an open space next to me. And
you're like, the kid's about to have them a new day.
You're stupid. So, like, I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, oh, my God, like, who's this guy? So then he, like, kind of sits next to me, and I guess my friends told me, but I didn't see this part, that when he first walked up, that he did this to them. Like, he was, like that, like don't say anything. Like, he put his finger over his, like, mouth, like, shh, to them. But I didn't see it.
Oh, like to say, like
don't make a scene. Yeah. Like, bro, relax. Anyway, so, like, he sits next to me, and I kind of, like, scoot over, and again, I still didn't realize who it was. But I was like, what the fuck? Like, I kind of seen his side profile, and I was like, I feel like I know this person. Like, this is weird. Who is that? And then he ends up getting up because his wife and his son were there because the daughter was a cheerleader.
Yeah.
And the wife was, like, announcing, and I knew she looked familiar, but I didn't know who the fuck it was. Anyways, he's seen them, and then he, like, got up, and he went and goes sit with them. And as he's walking in front of me, I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking Mario Lopez. And I'm like bumping them. I'm like, oh my God. They're like, I know, bitch. I know. I was like, what the fuck? And then he goes and sits down. But the whole time before he got there, his son, who's probably like my son's age, my youngest, like probably like 5, he was fucking farting his ass off in there. Pobrecito, he had to take a shit. And they weren't taken into the bathroom. And then finally, what was that?
We're outside.
Okay. Finally, when Mario got there, he ended up taking him to the bathroom. But it was just a trip to like see Mario Lopez in person.
How random.
He looks great for being. We looked up his age on the night of the Friendsgiving. He's
44.
No, honey, he is 54.
He's 54?
Yes, he is. He is not 44.
Shit.
And I was like, holy shit! Like looks like he's 40. He looks great. You saw the picture. We're gonna post a picture on the stories so you guys can see the Mr. Mario Lopez in person. But yeah, he looks so good. I was like, dang. But he had like makeup on, and I don't know if it was because maybe he was like shooting something that day, or maybe he just wears makeup every day. I don't know. He definitely had a contour on though. I was like, oh, okay.
He looked contour.
He looked contour and a little eyebrow there. I was like, whoa there, buddy. You're looking better than me. Get away from me. But see, that's what we were saying. We're like, he's too pretty. Like, Mario Lopez is like one of those guys that's like, you're too pretty. Like, just don't. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? When you're like, like, who do you think in like celebrity world is just like too fucking pretty.
No, Benji.
Who is it? Benji, we are recording a podcast.
Settle it down.
Who do you think is just like too pretty? Like to where it's like, oh, okay, calm down. Like you're too attractive. I can't even focus, or like I don't even want to talk to you.
Okay,
you're too hot.
So I'm gonna say Johnny Depp, but in Crybaby, like he had me on a chokehold in that one. Because
like he's too pretty that you wouldn't want to be with him.
Yeah, because I'm just looking at him and I'm like I really, when I watch that movie, I'm just like, this man is like, how gorgeous. Are you this fucking gorgeous? Like, I'm just like, honestly, like that movie, when I think about Johnny Depp and why I would be like, why he's so fine, it's because of the Crybaby. Because I'm just like, dude, this fucking man, like, like just nothing of his face,
like symmetrical as fuck, perfect. Yeah, that's how Mario Lopez looks. Like he's
fine as fuck. I'm just like, bro, this fucking man. Like I would have done anything.
No, okay, so that's different. That's like savagely hot. I'm talking about too pretty to where you're not even interested. That's what I'm saying. Like you're just too pretty. Like I don't even want to look at you. You get what I'm saying, or do you understand?
I understand. That's how I feel about it. Okay. I would be like, I can't me and you.
Oh Lord! I'm trying to think of somebody who I think is just like too
like that's
fine.
Like the biggest compliment if at that era of his life he chose to be with you. Like, oh, this man.
Who else is like too fine? Like pretty, perfect, symmetrical.
I would say Brad Pitt, but in Troy.
Ooh, Brad Pitt. Bitch, it's so funny because
even in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, because he was already like a little older.
No.
So he was like a zaddy.
No, listen. So I remember my ex, he was like obsessed with the movie Troy, and I was like, I don't want to watch this fucking stupid ass movie. Blah, blah. And then he put it on, and all I saw was like fine ass guys, and I was like, I love the movie Troy now. Like, bitch, I watch. If you ever catch me in an action film, it is because of the guys. That's why I'm there, bitch. I'm there to watch the men moving around and doing what they do. You know?
I like it.
I like it a lot.
I really like it.
Yeah, Troy's fucking good. There's at least, it's Brad Pitt. Fuck yeah, I want to watch Troy right now. Oh, man. Yeah, Brad Pitt was fine as fuck.
Yeah,
he was
fire.
Fine as fuck. Who else is like just like too hot?
Who I would like.
Benjamin Bratt's fine as fuck, but he's not like too hot because he has like that rugged nose. I would also
say, what the fuck is his name? What is his name?
I don't know, but my panties are hot.
What's the guy? What is his name?
Ooh.
Okay, he plays the movie with Shia LaBeouf, and they're in the country.
Tom Hardy.
Yes, but in the movie, I Am Legend. Girl, that movie.
I Am Legend.
No, what's the Legend? The movie's called Legend. No, Legend.
Legend? I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up.
Tom Hardy. Show you. You know what? I think Tom Hardy's cute, but he doesn't do it for me.
Oh, he does it for me.
He just doesn't. Maybe because I'm so obsessed with Shia LaBeouf, and he was mean to Shia LaBeouf in that one movie.
Oh, he was.
So I'm kind of like, I like you. You know?
You need to grow up.
No, or Leonardo DiCaprio in Romeo and Juliet. He was gorgeous.
Yes. I will say that. I will give you that. For
Fuck
sure.
My life.
More than in Titanic.
Better.
Yeah.
Oh, the best. I love that movie.
You're right.
I love that movie. Oh my god. Just for him though. I only watch it because of him. Because of him in the fucking fish tank scene, girl. I was like,
See, like, I don't know, but I'm just like,
He's like, I don't know. Something about him is it's like whatever.
I don't know what it is, but I'm just
whatever. Honey. Who do you think? Okay, before we move on to the next topic, because we need to stop talking about these men, because my panties are fogging up here.
My booty hole is trembling. My booty hole is vibrating.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. Oh shit! It's okay, Benji.
Shut the fuck up. Okay,
Have you seen that trend? It's like we listen and we don't judge.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we listen and we don't
Yeah,
judge.
he turned around and was like, your booty hole is what?
He's like, Mom, you a nasty bitch.
Yeah, my booty hole is puckering up.
My booty hole is swollen.
Stop. You are sick. You are a sick woman.
But
You are a sick woman. All right. This one I want to ask you.
Okay.
Before we move on to the next topic, we gotta stop this. Who do you think is like, everyone thinks he's like so fine, but you're like overrated or you don't care? Who? There has to be one. I'll tell you who mine is.
Okay.
Michael B. Jordan. I'm like, he's all right. But everybody like, I don't think he's ugly, but I'm not like, oh my God. Or Chris Brown. You guys are like so obsessed with him, and I don't think he's that fine at all.
Oh my God.
And you do. I know.
So talking about that, I like slid in.
You're psychotic, bitch.
It's the first time because he posted a dance
Uh-huh.
and he was like going like this. And then I was like, I never wanted to be a pair of gray sweatpants in my life. So bad.
Oh my God.
So,
you know. You go back?
No, of course
not.
Oh
my God.
He doesn't care about
Chris
me.
Brown.
He doesn't give a shit about me.
Or like Justin Timberlake.
What would you do if I just opened this and I was like, no?
He's all like, what's up?
That would be crazy.
That'd be amazing. But yeah, Justin Timberlake also. I'm like, whatever. Everybody's like, he's so hot. I'm like,
he was hot.
I'm like,
back in the day when he had little
cringy.
cornrows in
He's a little cringe.
in 6th grade.
He's a little cringe.
Who else?
Still overrated for me.
I'm trying to think.
I think that's it for me because I
no,
like everybody else. Benji, we are doing a podcast. He's trying to protect us, guys. Don't worry. No, he's like, come here. Come here.
Go with the Sam.
Come
Go
here.
with the Sam.
I pet you. You want cookie? You want cookies? Cookies. Oh, your cookies. I'm looking at you. I'm all telling him before you even say it. I'm gonna spoil you, buddy. Yeah, so I don't know. Who do you guys think? Comment down below. Who is so, like, everyone thinks are so fine, but you're like, whatever. Because I have it, like I said, I have a couple. There's more I can't think of them right now, though.
Yeah, I can't think of someone in particular at this moment.
I'm feeding the dog cookies right now. I'm feeding a big, giant pit bull that looks like a little seal cookies. But anyways, guys, so let's get into, we're going to do a segment here where we're going to hum a song. We don't have a name for this segment yet.
No.
But we're going to do like a little hum and see if we can get the song.
Okay, let me look through my little list here.
I already got one. Should we give you like should we give a category just in case we're like lost? Like, should we say like it's a rap song, it's a hip hop song, it's a R&B song? The one I'm gonna do is like a fun rap song from like the 2010s.
Okay.
Okay, ready? And it's just gonna be us humming, so it's gonna sound stupid. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like I have to say the words.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, we should not. It just sounds like you're.
No, let's do it. Let me do the other one. Okay. Wait, you do one. Do what you did the first time. Mine was supposed to be ice cream paint job or whatever.
That's what I was thinking.
You knew it, see?
But I didn't know what the song was, like the name, but I knew
it. Was like, yeah, buddy. Roll like a big shot and tuned up like a NASCAR pit stop. Hey, but how the fuck do you hum that?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Maybe we're gonna try to figure this segment out because she wanted to jump in on it, and I was like, let's do it next time. But no.
Well, because we needed a new segment. All right. Well, next up, because we fucking flopped with that one, but I tried. We are going to talk about. Okay, so I know that, like, okay, when we first started the podcast, like back in obviously like a year ago, like in January, do you remember Catherine and Austin McBroom? They broke up, and everyone was saying they were still together, and this and that, and all this shit, right? So he ended up coming out with a podcast a couple days ago, and she announced that she's with somebody else now.
Yeah.
So I wanted to watch the podcast because I follow his brother, Landon, and I actually like Landon. Like, I think he's like more down to earth a little bit than Austin is, and he just had a baby and stuff like that. So I follow them, and honestly, like, even though I know everyone fucking hates Austin McBroom, blah blah blah, when I was pregnant with Zach, I watched their videos a lot. Like, I was like very into their family.
Yeah.
Like, so I know it's gonna sound cringy. Everybody's like, oh my god, but I'm still kind of a fan. Like, even though like he's cringe, like I'm still kind of a fan of him. So I'm just like, whatever. Like, I just watch, right? So, and I knew when he was doing that Snapchat shit that it was like a joke, but I thought it was funny. I was like, this is hilarious. Like, I'm gonna watch it, whatever. So he came out with a podcast and he kind of just like opened up about everything. So basically, he was saying that like that when that all happened, he put on like a character. He got like $1 million deal, bitch, to be on Snapchat doing that. You seen the podcast?
Yeah.
You watched it. So what do you think of him now? You don't hate him anymore, huh?
I don't think I hated him.
I don't hate him.
I just felt like I just feel like people that get famous for being naturally funny, they end up kind of having to they end up forcing things, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of felt with him. Like, I'm just like, okay, like, but I also seen like,
he's a good dad.
Because I did follow them too. Like, I liked them for a really long time.
I like them all.
And then I kind of started noticing that like when Catherine's brother, he's really weird to me. I don't know.
The brother?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He pranked Austin, and Austin was like pissed, like, and I'm like, you can't be like that though. Like, you are pranking everybody and doing the most.
I think that was when he was really in his ego.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he got
for
humbled.
sure was super in his ego
by her leaving him, Yeah. So yeah, I agree. So like for me, I don't know, like I still would watch, and then everybody was like talking shit about them, and they were like scammers and all the shit, which I don't know, it could have been true. I don't really know. And they were saying he was cheating on her and blah blah blah. But I also feel like
I do think he was cheating on her.
Oh, I do think that he was cheating on her too. But I also, let me just say this, and I'm not defending him. I'm not at all. Like, I know how it feels to get cheated on, and trust me, I get it. But she fucking knew. She knew a lot of what was going on, but she was choosing to stay in a situation because of money, because of kids, which I get, and I understand that. And it ended up paying off for her. Even though it was probably painful as fuck, this is the thing about women, and this is what I've experienced myself. Like, we will stay because we feel like we have to, especially if you already have something built with somebody. If you have your leases on the same, the same name on the lease, or we bought the house together, we have fucking 4 kids together. Like, you're gonna feel obligated to stay. You will. I don't give a fuck who you are, unless you're just a fucking deadbeat piece of shit. You're like, all right, peace out, like my fucking baby daddy. Like, you literally, you know what I mean? Like, you'll feel obligated to stay. But what happens is, in the staying, when you're already done, it almost helps you be like, okay, after a year of me being over you, but we still lived together this whole time, now I'm fucking done. And I think that's what happened with her, because they show video clips of her being like with him, and she was just over him. Like, she was not in love with him anymore. Like, they might have been friends, they might have been co-parents, but I think he hurt her so much to the point where she got over it while she was still there.
Yeah.
And it was easier for her to walk away.
Well, that's what I always say. Like, I truly believe, like, when you're in a relationship and the other person moves on like this,
that's crazy.
It's not to me, it's crazy, but it's like they checked out a long
Oh yeah,
time
no,
ago.
I agree. That yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I
I
mean?
was
So for
misunderstanding what you're
me,
saying.
it's like,
Yes, yes.
yeah, like you checked
Yeah,
out
a long
a
time
long
ago.
time ago. So when it finally happens,
It's
yeah,
not that
sure,
it's not shocking to you.
Yeah.
You're like, bitch.
I'm sure it's still sad,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you're still like, fuck, dude, like that's crazy. Like, but in a way, you are relieved. You are like,
It's
because
so good.
okay, like when that happened with me with my ex, like when my ex broke up with me, at first, yeah, I was like devastated, whatever. But at the end of the day, like I realized in a moment where I was like, fuck, I always say he did me the biggest favor by breaking up with me, because if not, I would have gotten pregnant by him.
Oh,
and then
God.
it would have been the worst co-parenting bullshit ever. You know what I mean?
It would've been
Like
hard.
it would have just been really hard. So to me, it was just like, thank God, like that he did me that favor, because I wouldn't have left.
Yeah.
And if I would have, it probably would have already been like, maybe I would have left when I was pregnant, like or after the baby, or I don't know. But I truly believe that like I wouldn't have been the one to leave. Like he did me the favor by leaving, because that last breakup was like the breakup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I feel like when you're in a relationship, yeah, it sucks. The feeling for the other person that is kind of being blindsided.
Yeah.
But I think like, because I did see little like snippets of it, and I think they both knew like it was over.
Oh, yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was like a mutual thing.
I think that they had been done for like at least 2 years,
Mhm.
and then she was just staying because they had to like work some things out.
Mhm.
And it's also like when you're in a situation where like obviously like I don't have as much stuff that they had together, but like I definitely had kids with people, and like it is kind of like fuck, what are we gonna do? Like how's this gonna work? You know what I mean? But honestly, like I think like I know a lot of people think he's super cringe, blah blah blah. But I think they have it actually really figured out now. Like he's a good fucking dad. Mm-hmm. That fool sees the kids every single day. Like she definitely trusts him with her kids. Like he's a good dad. He's there for the kids, and he's supportive of her and talks nothing but respect about her. Mm-hmm. Like literally the whole podcast, he was so respectful towards her, even the boyfriend that she has now. And I think a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, she fucked got a boyfriend already. And I'm like, bitch, she probably already had met that dude while they were still together, when she was already like, we're basically roommates. You know what I mean? Like, and I know a lot of people are like against that whole like, oh, like, they're roommates, but they're together. But that really does happen.
Yeah, because you're not together. Like I'm
It's
sure
not.
they weren't being
They probably were not.
and like, so it's like, yeah, we're married, but we're not together. Like we're not
in love anymore.
No.
We're over it. So I think I like him. Like I think he's cool. I don't think he's a great. Oh my god, I'm like obsessed with him. But like I like watching his content.
Yeah.
And I like watching her now too. Like she seems so free now, and she's like so pretty. So I'm just like, wow. Like, and she got her breast implants taken out.
Yeah, that's
really good for her, because I know that it was like making her sick. But yeah, I thought it was a good podcast. I want to watch another episode. It was good.
I need to watch it.
I feel like he was acting more real than I've ever seen him act. Like,
it's funny because brother. Like I've always thought Landon was cute.
Yeah, he's all right. I remember when you first said that, I was like, ew. Yeah. But I'm like, oh, he's actually okay.
It's just he has a big mouth. Like,
yeah.
Not like he
they
runs
both
his mouth,
do
but
have
he just
mouth.
has a big mouth. But yeah. I think Landon is more, Mm-hmm. But okay, so I want to talk about the whole Diddy.
Oh yeah.
Did he not?
Yeah, he did.
I think he did.
Yeah, he did. Did he?
Crazy. I think he did.
I think Diddy definitely did, but I feel like they're trying to blame him for everything now, and I'm like, oh my god, relax. Like that One Direction guy that died, they were like, yeah, he hung out with Diddy once, and I'm like, that's not why he died. But like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like they're not.
I will also say it's like, to me, it's like whatever. I know they're like his kids or whatever, but they're trying to say like that the kids, like maybe not the daughters, but I think the sons knew.
Probably.
Not probably. They partied with him.
Oh, God, that's gross. I don't even want to. Honestly, there was like a testimony that I heard on TikTok from somebody named, I think, Ashley. It was like it's very known on TikTok, and I couldn't listen to it. It was bad. I was like, I can't. It made my stomach hurt. I was like, nope.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's so weird. It's like what they were saying, like Cat Williams. He was like, you know how he did that comedy show with the velvet green suit.
Yeah.
he was saying
That's
like
my
that he
favorite
went to a party
Mm-hmm.
and he thought it was all cool, whatever, and he opened a door and it was like two guys, but it was
Yeah.
like people that he assumed were straight.
Was it like famous people?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A lot of them are involved in that shit, bitch.
Yeah.
A lot of them. And it's all gonna slowly keep coming
And then
out.
I heard there was like a conspiracy theory that I heard that when they first raided Diddy's house, that it was more so like the government for the higher people
Right.
in this like industry, so they don't get like caught or whatever. So it was them raiding to get rid of certain evidence.
Oh God.
That's what I heard.
We gonna find out.
We gonna find out.
We
He's
gonna
in
find
jail though. Like he's locked up like
That's
R. Kelly.
Crazy. Well, yeah, because the thing is,
And it's just like too, like you can't do all this shit and think you're gonna get away with it forever. Like eventually,
No.
like
Everything comes to the light.
something comes to the light,
Yep.
or your fucking kingdom starts when you're not doing right.
Mm-mm.
It's gonna come out.
It's good. And that's the thing too, is because they have money, so they think, oh, I could just, scare people.
I think that what the downfall was, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it was like after the Cassie video that came out.
Yeah.
I think that's when everything started. They really started looking into him.
Well, yeah, that video is crazy.
Girl. And it's so sad because when she first said that he did that, he was like, I never did that. I've never hit her. I've never put my hands on her. And everybody was talking shit about Cassie. And then finally, when the video came out, everybody was like, you see, they're like, he lied.
Yeah.
He made all of us think and believe that she was the one that was lying and she just wanted money from him and blah, 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 blah. But it's like, no, yeah, like he was beating the shit out of her.
One of the this is gonna kind of like go into what I wanted to announce on here, but one of the psychic mediums that I follow, that I've been following. If you don't know, I do like psychic medium work and stuff like that. But one of the psychic mediums that I have been following for a long time, her name is Sloan Bella. You probably saw the video because everybody
She has like short hair.
Yeah. So I've been watching her for years, on my own. She does like a lot of celebrity videos, and I'm, I like my little pop culture shit. So I was like watching her stuff, and she had done one on his wife that passed. Remember the wife that passed like in 2018? Mm-hmm. I think she like in November 2018, she passed away. And
of pneumonia.
Yes. And she had said that in November of last year, which is when stuff first started popping off with him, shit was going to come out. And it sure enough did. She was the one who was saying he was involved in her death. And now I fucking totally believe it. 100% believe that. Crazy. But anyways, speaking of that, if you guys don't know, again, I do like psychic medium work. I have a YouTube channel. It is called The Magical Queen Tarot, where I do like tarot readings and stuff like that. But I am actually going to start doing readings on like cases, like celebrities. I had actually talked about this months ago. Remember when I was like, I should do it on that, huh? So I've been wanting to do this for years, but I'm finally gonna start, and I'm gonna be doing like spirit box sessions where like I do readings with the spirit box, where it actually like is a spirit communication coming through. So if it's your cup of tea, go ahead and follow me over there. If it's not, don't, because you're gonna be scared. It's nothing scary though. It really isn't. Like the spirit world is definitely not a scary thing. It's just something that a lot of people don't understand. So, yeah. But crazy shit, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I also do think that he was involved.
Who? Oh, in her death? Yeah, I do too.
I think so. 100%.
Well, yeah, they could do anything they want. That's why, like, okay, so one time I was at like an event, and I'm not gonna get into like detail, but like I was at an event where like a famous rapper wanted to talk to me. And I was like, oh my God, like what the fuck? That's crazy. And I was like intrigued and interested, but like part of me in my head really does think about like if I would have like went and hung out, like anything could have happened, because they could have like intimidated me and scared me, and like they have money like that, they could do anything they want. So like that kind of thing is scary as fuck to me, know? So I don't think he would have done that. He's actually like pretty chill. Like I actually met him and talked to him and stuff, but like you never know.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. So, but if it would have, I probably would have been terrified.
Yeah.
So I'm not that down. I'm down to smile at you. and give you a hug. But that's about it, honeys.
Yeah.
So I'm on it. Thank you, sir. We were actually just talking about this. It was so funny because Dom was there and he didn't like know exactly who we were talking about.
Oh, okay.
And like me and Marcy were like, yeah, like we're telling the story. And then he's like, let me see, like, who is this? And like we put him on the TV and he's like, that's it. We were fucking dying. She was like,
yeah, I don't think he's attractive at all.
He's bitch, but when you're in this in person, the music's on, the glitz and the glam,
the nose.
you get hypnotized.
It's the Squidward nose for me.
I think he's cute.
Yeah, but you do like a big nose.
I do love me a good big nose.
She love her a big nose. I do not.
Let me love big nose.
She like her.
I like big noses, and I've said this before on the podcast because to me they're very masculine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Like a small nose to me is a little bit feminine. I've never been with a guy that has a small nose. Not really. I think they always have had kind of a bigger nose.
Yeah, I don't like big noses.
So.
Not that anything is wrong with it. I just don't. Yeah, mm-hmm. I have a thing personally about noses because I've always been a little insecure about mine. So I'm just like, I don't know. It's like a thing for me.
It's not big.
No, I know, but I think I have like body dysmorphia. You know how like when like you remember the show on True Life?
Yeah, yes.
And it's crazy because I think like, and I always think about this like, how I see myself, you don't see me.
No.
Right? Yeah. So like sometimes I'm like, I wish I could be in your head, in your eyes, so I can see me from you.
Right.
So I can see what someone else looks, how they think of me, like how they think I look. Mm-hmm. But when I look at myself, I'm almost positive it's not the same.
It's not.
You know? So and it's
I have body dysmorphia too. I'm like, oh my God. I look at myself and I'm like, I look like a fucking elephant. And then everybody's like, you look great in that. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I left the house thinking I look like dog shit. And everybody's like, oh, that's so cute. And I'm like, you guys are lying. And I'm like, but then I see pictures of myself that other people took and I'm like, oh, I look okay. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought I looked like a Sasquatch.
But I'm saying like, not even like, but I'm saying like my face. Like I'm saying like personally.
Oh, that too. I mean, all of it. Yeah. I'm like, I'm lopsided. I'm all like fucking, one eye smaller than the other.
I'm all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are we talking about that?
I don't know how we got here.
I don't know.
Oh, we're talking about my favorite rapper's nose.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'll go say
But I mean, shout out. You got a big nose. Rock that shit.
Speaking of big noses.
And do what you do.
Mm-hmm. Remember the guy that ghosted me? I talked about him last podcast. He's still on my sack and balls.
He honestly, okay, I'm just going to tell you the truth. I love you, right? Mm-hmm. And whatever. You decide to keep talking. Whatever. Cool.
We're not talking. I
know, but I'm just saying. But he just gives me the it.
Me too.
I'm just like, boy, like, I think for me, it's like we, like, especially from someone that, like, okay, like, for example, and let me just say this real quick. So I used to talk to someone. Mm-hmm. So I used to talk to someone, right? Mm-hmm. And that we mutually know. And we would talk, and I actually really liked him. Like, I felt like we really vibed, right? At that time. So whatever. So then I ended up meeting my ex, mm-hmm. right? And then me and my ex were kind of like on a little breakup. So I don't know how him and I got back in touch.
Okay.
But we ended up going on a date. But mind you, like we had not seen each other for maybe like 2-3 years, if that. Uh-huh. So like when he seen me, he still acted how he acted back then. And to me,
like childish.
Yes. Ew. And to me, that's like such like had he not acted like how he acted, like when he seen me, instead of just being like giving me a hug.
What did he do?
Like he gave me a hug, and then as like we stopped, like I'm walking away, he like smacked my ass, and I'm like,
"What the fuck?"
It was like I was like that for me killed the whole vibe. Like I was cool, I was nice, whatever. I got me my free little meal,
as you should.
But after that, I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna talk to him again," because to me that really turned me off. So like how he acts, like you know the guy that ghosted you, how he acts. he just acts like how he acted back in the
Yeah,
day,
he
and
does.
it's like we're too old for that.
I
And
tell
you
him that all the
also-
time. I'm like, you're
and it's
old,
like
bro.
you also have children. Like,
I honestly
mature.
feel like he tries to put on this like cool guy
Yeah,
facade
and it's
with
like, but
me.
you're not.
But
like,
I don't
you're
buy
not.
it. Like,
you're
I'm like,
not a cool guy. Like,
you're
how
not,
you're,
honey.
like how
You're pushing
moving,
40. Chill
yeah,
the fuck
like,
out.
how
Like,
you're moving is like very immature. Like very like like and.
you ain't got nothing to be.
No.
For real.
No.
Like, what the fuck are you
And I ain't even trying to do you like that on the pod. But I'm just saying, if you listening, honey, the ego needs to come all the way down. Right? All the way down, honey. At least for as long as you last. Okay. The fuck?
He probably is fucking listening.
Don't be trying to play my girl. I don't play like that. You give me the motherfucking ick.
Bitch, he's again, every time I talk to him and every time I entertain a conversation with him, I always humble his ass at the end of it.
God.
Every time. So that's why I do it. It's my ego too talking to him. It is.
No, which is fine, but at the same time it's like you're not the same person from back then.
Definitely not.
So you bring something different and he's just the
Definitely.
same. So it's just like, to me, it's like, stop, guys. Like, we really don't like that. Like, like the cool guy facade, and you're just trying to prove, like, don't try to prove nothing when I really know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I've
been there already, honey.
I already know what it is. I know the type of person you are. I know how it is when you get what you have to offer when you get down to the.
And now I know why she left. Also, I'm just kidding.
Motherfuckers need to stop blaming the girl and really start looking within themselves.
For real.
Right? But at the end of the day, we ain't missing something that we ain't missing.
Not at all. Not at all.
Because on chapter 1 Corinthians 10, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Oh, man. Yeah, so I'll let you guys know what happens. Nothing's going to happen. I already told him, I was like, dude, like, if we're not going to, like, really hang out, I'm not hanging out with you no more. And I haven't.
Because you know what?
It's
like,
been
at
2.5 months.
first, okay, it's cool. Like, to me, like, if you're... Okay, I'm just going to, like, I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
So, Matthew and I are still together.
Uh-huh.
But, he ain't living in the apartment right now.
Uh-huh.
And so, I'm just trying to say...
I thought you was talking about something else.
I don't know why. Okay, first of all, I smoked, so I'm really high. Why are you talking about this? It's because I was trying to say an example, and I feel like but I forgot the example that I was trying to say. But the reason that I brought up Matthew is because me saying it is like you're in a relationship and you shouldn't say that type of thing. So it's like I'm still in a relationship. Matthew and I are still together, but we're just living separate at this moment.
Right.
We working things out.
I thought you were gonna like just be like put me on blast, like you guys were just fucking, and now well they know that already. I don't care. We were just. So
I'm not trying to be disrespectful because what I say sometimes.
Oh, I get what you're saying. You're not trying to be disrespectful. Got it. To him. Got it. We got it. Thank you, Matthew. Yeah. We got it.
So I'm not.
I was confused.
Well, I'm just saying he ain't living here because we work things out, like I said. But anyways, if you're gonna like come correct. Is what I'm trying to say. Because ain't nobody got time for that shit.
No, and it's like boring. Like to me, oh my god, wait. So I'm excited about something. I totally forgot. Remember when I sent you? By the guy in me? I totally forgot, you guys. Oh god, I'm so excited about this, and I hope it really works out. So, okay. I don't want to get into the whole story because I feel like it's kind of long. But basically, when I was pregnant with my youngest, like I was really going through it. The dad left, blah, blah, blah. And so back then I was like I think I was trying to like prove a point or like trying to cheer myself up I threw like a really like nice baby shower like by myself. Like I got the cake table and I had a bartender. Like I had a whole thing going on my baby shower. And I was like making a big deal about my baby
You
shower.
had a bartender. We weren't talking at the time.
We were talking, but we weren't talking like that.
Oh.
I had a bartender. Lauren was my bartender, and I hired their company. And anyways, so I was like tweeting about it a lot, and I was posting like my maternity pictures and all that. And at the time, there was this guy, and he would do like funny videos, like dancing videos. And he was like kind of Twitter famous or like Vine famous or some shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like we ended up like writing each other one time, and I was like, he's so funny. And like obviously, if you guys know me, I'm like we're like funny, like we're funny bitches, like we like goofy, stupid shit, and I love that. So he was like that, and I was like, oh my god, I love him. And I had like wrote him, I was like, I was like, I want to hire you for and I was joking, but I was like, I want to hire you for like lap dances at my baby shower. And he was like, fuck yeah, like he like would like make fun, like joke with me and stuff. And I don't think he knew what happened, but I think he knew what happened. And he seemed very like, I don't know, just like sweet towards the whole situation.
Yeah.
And like he would like he literally like posted my picture of me pregnant on his thing. He's like my favorite, like of me pregnant. And I always thought that was like, what the fuck? Like I'm pregnant. That's crazy. And he was just like cool. Anyways, like he would like me and him always kept in touch, just like friends, like chill. It was never anything like over the line or anything like that. And then like he kind of reemerged on social media, I want to say like a year and a half ago. And I was like, oh my god, like this is like this guy that I've had like a crush on since I was like fucking, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah. And
we always kind of like message each other, but it's again, he never crosses the line. He's never gross. He's never like overly like
inappropriate.
Yeah, he never. And he's very funny. So finally, and I've been waiting for this moment. Like I've been waiting because I'm not gonna say it first,
Yeah.
He finally like wrote me like he wants to like go out to eat with me and stuff because he doesn't live here now, but he like part-time lives over here. And so yeah, and this is like a guy that I really like admire, I guess you could say. Like I don't want to say I like him, but I like admire him. Like I think he's a cool guy. Like a really cool guy.
He's a cool guy.
And he's hot. He's hot. He's my type. For sure my type. And super nice.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, I'm really excited. So I'll keep you guys updated. But even if it doesn't work out in a romantic sense, I feel like me and him would be really good friends. I want it to be more than friends.
I hope when you go on your date, it looks like fireworks.
I hope when I go on my date that I never come back. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I hope when you go driving to your date, you know this is gonna be the last date. I'm just kidding.
I'm all gonna. It sounds like I'm gonna get murdered. That's not possible, bitch. Oh man, but yeah, he seems like a cool guy, and they make sense.
Well, I'm excited for you, honey.
What did you think when I sent you the video of him?
I thought he was. I mean, but I don't know. Like, I haven't seen other like videos of him.
I mean,
so
just like lip slice. You think that's like somebody I would talk to?
No.
Really? No.
Mm-mm.
Why?
He looks. He just looks like he'd not be as tall as you. He looks a little short.
I think he's like 5'10".
Yeah.
That's taller than me, honey.
Is it?
Yeah, bitch. I'm only 5'7".
We were just talking about this at
She's like, yeah, like saying it like if that's shorter than me, bitch. I'm 5'7". I'm actually probably only 5'6", and I keep saying I'm 5'7" because I wear shoes.
Don't change it now.
I have to pee. We gotta end the podcast. It's over an hour. We gotta go. We gotta go.
All right. Well, we gotta go,
and I gotta pee.
and we're signing out. Bye.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.